And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Traffic Quick Talk. And today we're going to be talking about Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn, the fight reaction. Yeah, man, let's get right into it. From round 1 to round 12, it was a great fight. You know, Conor Benn started off great, and then Eubank Jr. just took over and took control of the fight. Personally, I went against the odds. I'm not sure for anybody who didn't watch my last video. I went against the odds. I was going for Conor Benn. I thought he was going to perform way better. And, you know, I knew he was moving up in weight. I know that he doesn't have a lot of experience at the championship level. But I thought that, you know, he was young, hot, upcoming prospect. And I thought he was going to be able to beat the 35-year-old Eubank Jr. I was very impressed with Chris Eubank Jr. I think this was his strongest performance to date. I think Conor Benn really challenged him, and he really showed what type of fighter he is. He's really a championship level fighter. I thought his age was going to show, and it didn't show. He looked fresh. He looked strong. He looked fast. I mean, I feel like he trained really, really hard to beat Conor Benn. But during the post-interview, Eubank Jr. said he didn't think that Conor Benn will fight like this. He didn't know he was that strong. He didn't know how strong of a complete fighter Conor Benn was overall. So I'm not too sure if Eubank Jr. trained hard. I don't exactly remember, but in round 1 or round 2, I don't exactly remember, but it was either in round 2 or round 3, Conor Benn tagged Eubank Jr. good. Like, he rocked him. Eubank Jr. actually broke his jaw during that exchange. So for Eubank Jr. to still perform the way he performed with a broken jaw, I mean, the post-interview, you could tell something was wrong. Like, he wasn't trying to talk. He was just trying to get out the ring and just go. He took a lot of damage. He fought fire with fire. He was in the fight. And it wasn't an easy one. I mean, Conor Benn showed up and he showed who he was, you know, the warrior he is. And, you know, he gassed out during the end. But, you know, I think that Conor Benn did good. Eubank Jr. almost threw 1,000 punches in this fight. He threw 400 more punches than Conor Benn. And that's crazy to see that the older man outpunched the younger fighter. It was a war. It was back and forth. The fight didn't disappoint. You know, I think that Conor Benn did great. I think Chris Eubank Jr. performed amazing. Shout out to Chris Eubank Jr. He's an animal. I mean, he's a whole different fighter than I thought he was. I thought he was just like a technical fighter who just moves back. You know, he's comfortable moving back and just throwing jabs. But, you know, he was really into this fight. You could tell he wanted to win, and he was going to win by any means. He started off trying to fight from the distance. That wasn't working, and he stepped in, and he met Conor Benn in the middle of the ring, and he threw down. He was the bigger man. He was stronger. I mean, he took a lot of damage. Conor Benn is strong himself, but it's just, you know, Conor Benn moved up in weight, doesn't have experience in the weight class. So I think if Conor Benn just had a little more time in the weight class, he maybe would have won. I don't know. It was a close fight. It could have been a draw, but you could tell during the last few rounds, Eubank Jr. just took over. I mean, dude wanted to win. I mean, on the 12th round, he threw 114 punches. He really wanted this win, and he was going to win by any means. He got rocked. He came back. He fought with a broken jaw. I mean, during the post-interview, it sounded like the dude was concussed. Like, you could tell, like, something was off. Like, he was dizzy. Like, he wasn't himself. But shout out to these guys. all the respect to Eubank Jr. He proved me wrong. He got the W. He deserves it. Eddie Hearn already talked about a rematch for September. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, if I'm Eubank Jr., I wouldn't take the rematch. See you later. But I mean, if it was good money, why not? You know, it was a big fight, a lot of press, a lot of media, and it's good for both these guys' careers, you know. But it was a tough fight. It was a hard fight, and a lot of bad blood. That takes a lot of energy out of you too. So, you know, that's what I'm saying. If I was Eubank Jr., I would just probably just call it a day, you know. Just, I won, that's it. Let's continue our careers. Maybe we could meet up later down the road, but, you know, maybe Conor Benn could get a couple more wins, 2 more wins, and then meet Eubank Jr. again. But if they want to run the rematch right away, why not? But shout out to Eubank Jr. Like I said, you proved me wrong. And I would like to see you again, you know. Hopefully you don't take off 2 years or something like that. Hopefully you're back maybe by the end of the year. But with that broken jaw, I don't blame you if you want to take off the rest of the year and come back maybe early next year and really just fight for a mandatory or for a title or for something like that, you know. I mean, Conor Benn was really like a name to demand a championship fight right after. But hey, I mean, if you get it, you get it. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.